Hey everyone, Jay Grams here at Volo Museum Auto Sales. We're in Showroom 1. Today I'm going to focus on the fabulous 50s. I love the cars from that era. I want to bring those to your attention today. We've got a couple of them in here. We've got a truck right here. Well, that's a 49, but I'm going to skip over the trucks. I'll do another segment on just the trucks, but we're going to focus on the cars of the 50s. We have a 55 Thunderbird. This was Ford's answer to Chevy's Corvette. Little sports car, even has this hood scoop. I mean, just look how cool that is. Neat little sporty two-seater car. And Ford's advantage over the Corvette, it had a lot more features, had power windows and all sorts of good stuff that the Corvette didn't have. And we've got a few more down here. I mean, this is like the epitome of 1950s, a 57 Chrysler New Yorker. Look at that color, I think it's Indian turquoise. Just pops. Big white wall tires wrapped around the wire wheels. As if the tail fins weren't tall enough, they throw an antenna on top of each one. Yeah, just look at the back end of that car. It is just so cool. That's why I say I love the 50s, the style. It's just amazing. And we've bought a few of these cars. We actually brought them back from Sweden. There was a time where all of our 50s cars were going to Sweden and Norway, and now we're bringing them back. It's a 57 Chrysler 300C, so it's just like the New Yorker, but it's the high-performance version. Look at that, two big dual quad carburetors on top of a Hemi engine. Also has the big old tail fins. Then we have a 56 Ford Sunliner convertible. Just check this thing out. Look at all the trim, this sloping chrome going down the side and fender skirts. And go to the back of this car. It's got what they call the Continental kit. The big tire hanging off the back, and then look at the bumper guards. They call them cattle guards. Beautiful interior, great colors. It's real popular to put these spotlights on the cars back in the 50s. You can control them from a handle inside the car. It's a 56 Ford Fairlane Sunliner. You go to volocars.com, there's price tags and full information on each one of these cars. Let's go to the next showroom. All right, we're in showroom 2, and I spotted several cars from the 50s, so you're gonna enjoy this tour. This is a 1955 Chevrolet Nomad. This was a luxury two-door station wagon. Now this one retains its original look, the waffle print upholstery, all the paint and chrome and trim, but it's got all modern upgrades, a crate motor, air conditioned. It is sitting on some custom wheels. It's a two-door station wagon. That was the top of the line for the 55 Chevy. '57 Ford Fairlane 500. Just look at the style, look at the long lines. It looks low, I mean, for the time period. It's got the spotlights. A car like this is $48,998, $571 a month. You'd be cruising in style. Great colors, black with the red and white interior. That big old set of fender skirts over the rear tires. Now this is another 57 Chrysler. I said we brought some back from Sweden. This is one of them too. 57 Chrysler New Yorker, body off frame restored. Wire wheels, sleek design. Big old tail fins. Again, all the prices are on our website. You got to keep in mind, like this car here, it would start at $100,000 to restore it. Plus, you got to buy the car. So You may find some cars cheaper than what we're asking, but you know, it's all because of the condition and options and rarity of the car. But restoration is so expensive these days, especially on these cars from the 50s. Look at all the chrome on the front of this car. You know what it costs just to do this chrome? You don't want to know. And you know why I bought this car? This Indian head hood ornament lights up. That was my deciding factor. I said, if that lights up, I'm buying it. But just look at all the chrome down the hood. You got the flying hood ornament. Too much wasn't enough back then. This one's got turn signals. Turn signals were just coming out around that time. Can you imagine sticking your arm out the window and giving signals instead of using a turn signal? We take that for granted these days. That car is so smooth. They used to say it runs like a sewing machine, but now most people probably don't even know what a sewing machine runs like. Now here's a 56 Chevy 150. Obviously, this is a bad boy. It's got a 572 big block fuel injection motor making 1,000 horsepower. This thing's just a beast. You talk about expensive builds, that would cost $250,000 to build that car. It's got the right stance, the chassis, the brakes, the steering. Now we've got another Chevy, a 55 Chevy Bel Air, and this one's bone stock. Signature colors, gypsy red, shoreline beige. Another car with spotlights. I told you they were popular in the 50s. Now aside from the spotlight, we have an automatic headlight dimmer. And then, does anyone know what that is right there? Maybe you can leave in the comments and tell me what you think that is. And since we're in here, down below is a tissue dispenser. This one's really decked out. If you buy it, it's a 2-for-1 sale we're having today. You get car for your grandchild as well. Boy, and right behind us, here's the classic 57 Chevy Bel Air Matador Red. This car was restored in 1980. It looks like it was just recently done. They did a complete body off frame nut and bolt restoration. It won all sorts of concourse awards, but this is back to factory specs, 1957 Chevy Bel Air. That's probably the most recognizable car in the world, in my opinion. Everyone's got a story to share about the 57. They knew someone that had one, or they had one. Stunning style, 57 Oldsmobile. Just look at the massive chrome bumper and these cool taillights. That's where you put the fuel in. These ribs on top of the trunk goes right up through here, splits the windows into 3 and all the way up the roof. Look how this door actually looks custom. It looks like they cut it down. It looks like a custom feature. And for the time, this was like a low, long, sleek car. Under the hood is the J2 tri-power option. It's got 3 carburetors, making 300 horsepower. That would race in NASCAR. Actually, it won NASCAR that year. So we're gonna run down to the other end of the building and I think catch 1 or 2 more cars before we leave here. We've got the original Transformers right here. This is a 1959 Ford Skyliner retractable. You literally hit one switch. This unscrews from the windshield. The lid opens up, a little flap opens up. This thing folds up, goes down inside there, closes up, all with the flick of one switch. Again, look at the style, look at the colors, the red, white, black combination. This has fender skirts as well, but they're polished stainless steel skirts. Pretty cool feature. And we got 1 more 57 Chevy, and then we'll run to the next building. turquoise and white 57 Chevy 210. This car retains its original look, aside from a set of chrome Craigers, but it is updated with a, oh, it's got a 283 in it. So yeah, this is mostly restored to stock, except the wheels. But it is a body off frame, meticulous restoration. Beautiful car. Well, since we're standing right here, here's the Ghostbusters 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor Ambulance. That is extremely rare. Even if you wanted to build a Ghostbusters car, you will not find this body style. I know of one that was dragged out of a barn that was complete junk, and the guy paid like 50 grand for it. So thought I'd throw that in. That's not for sale though. Off to showroom 3. Here's another 1957 Chevy, but this one's very unique. I can even find the hood release. Here we go. You know what that is? That's a fuel-injected motor. This car is concourse restored, very authentic, very rare parts. This is like a factory-ordered race car. It's a 150 utility sedan. This is a stripped-down base model. Purpose being to be a cheap economy car, but in this case, they ordered the cheap lightweight car with the biggest motor. It's got your basic poverty hubcaps. Then you gotta check this out. There's no rear seat. It's just a deck. The windows don't roll down. There's no window cranks. It has a rubber mat, no carpet. Very stripped down basic car. No radio, no clock, no heater. It's all deleted. Again, there was a saved weight. There's all sorts of information and articles, and it was in a magazine. It's been judged. This is a nut and bolt restoration, fuel-injected utility sedan. I see another bird down here. I'd shown you a 55. Well, this is a 56 Ford Thunderbird. This one's in red and white. Beautiful car. This one has a few upgrades. This one has air conditioning added to it. It has power steering. It has power disc brakes were added. And it still has a factory power seat, wire wheels. Stunning, stunning car to look at. And then 56 was the first year of the very iconic porthole window. 55 didn't have that. They did that so you could, look over your shoulder and you have better vision. 56, they also added the Continental kit tire to the back. All 56s had this. But it actually added weight way off the back of the car, and it just affected the handling. So on 57, they did away with it. They lengthened the trunk and put the tire in the trunk in 57. There's another one worth mentioning. That's a 57 Chrysler. That's Christine. I better read the sign. That's a 58 Plymouth Fury. There we go. I corrected myself. I beat you guys to it. We're not open yet, but we have sensors. You walk by it and the lights come on, the wipers start going. It's pretty cool. It freaks people out. I like this one, a 54 Ford Crestline Sunliner. Again, great colors. This one is a sweetheart of a car. This is the third time I've owned this car over the last 10 or 12 years. I'm happy to have it back every time. It's just smooth as can be, very nicely optioned. Power steering, power brakes, power top, wire hubcaps, rocker molding, stone shields, has a cloth top, radial white walls, dual exhaust, reverse lights, seat belts, tissue dispenser, clock, bumper guards, fender skirts. That's a lot of goodies for back in the day. Got a few more here before we wrap it up. This is a really special car, 57 Oldsmobile 98. That's the top of the line 57 Olds. This is just an incredible car. You know what? It gets even better from there. It's a convertible. It gets better from there. This has the J2 high-performance tri-power engine setup. It gets better from there. It has factory air conditioning. That was insane in a convertible in the 50s. Most homes did not have air conditioning back then. Not to mention in your convertible. Genuine leather upholstery, loaded with options. Now I asked you on that 57 Chevy what that thing on the dash. This is a little different, but it serves the same purpose. You guys can tell me what that's for. Got a set of spotlights on this one. And it even has the Continental kit hanging off the back. So that right there is like the ultimate example of a 57 Olds. I don't see how you could outdo that one. Air-conditioned, tri-power Olds 98 convertible. This is a complete custom. Matter of fact, this is a new 57 Chevy. It's all new. All the body, the chassis, all new. Crate motor. This was built at a professional shop. It's very well documented. This is known as the Crate 57 because everything on it's new. It's got a ZZ6 350, overdrive automatic, vintage air, all custom leather, 4-bucket seat upholstery. Car drives like a new car. Got the classic 57 style with all the modern conveniences and the hot rod look going on. And we'll wrap it up with another 57. It's a 57 Pontiac Star Chief. This one has the tri-power. It has air conditioning. This is a survivor type car. I was told the paint's original. I think it's been spotted in places. Original chrome, just a clean, solid, very presentable car. They did redo the interior. It's all glove soft leather. So I showed you the 57 Chevy, a 57 Ford, 57 Oldsmobile, 57 Chryslers. Here's the 57 Pontiac. This is their version of the tail fins. They all had tail fins at 57. So again, visit volocars.com. You can see our entire inventory. You'll find prices, full write-ups. And we'll talk to you again real soon.